Most modern tanks follow a familiar layout. The driver sits in the front, the turret and fighting compartment are in the center, and the engine and transmission are in the rear. This setup has stood the test of time and is considered classic. But there are other configurations too, and one of the most interesting is the rear-mounted turret. Today, let's take a look at how to play vehicles of that type in War Thunder. Among modern tanks, this layout is used by the Israeli Merkava, the Argentine TAM, several light tanks based on IFV chassis like the Swedish CV9120, and a wide range of wheeled combat vehicles. The main question is, what's the best way to expose yourself to the enemy? At first glance, the answer seems obvious. Roll out front first, with the most heavily armored section facing the target. But there are some nuances. All of these vehicles have their engine right behind the front armor, with the driver sitting to one side of it. A penetration in this area can cripple your mobility and leave you stranded. One way to deal with this is to peek out from cover at speed, turning the hull at the last moment so your turret comes into line quickly. You'll still be taking a risk, but at least you'll get a chance to fire back if your tank is disabled. It's also worth noting where the driver sits, usually offset to one side. When trading shots, always angle the hull so that the side without a crew member faces the enemy. That way, if a shell gets through, your odds of surviving the hit go up significantly. The other option is to reverse out, that is, expose your rear hull first. Tanks with rear-mounted turrets actually gain an advantage here. The gun reaches the line of fire sooner. The downside is that side and rear armor is usually much weaker, and right behind it are the crew and often the ammunition. One solution is to carry as few shells as possible, keeping only what fits in the turret, in the breech area, and the ready rack. For example, the TAM's turret can hold up to 30 shells, the Type 16s up to 16, and the Centauro 105 can haul up to 15. Many other tanks hold even fewer, making it difficult to eliminate hull ammo racks entirely. In that case, remember which side of the rear hull the ammunition is stored on, and expose the opposite side to the enemy whenever possible. Rear-turreted tanks also tend to suffer from poor gun depression over the front arc. You can compensate by using terrain. Drive your rear tracks up a small rise to tilt the hull forward slightly. It's a situational trick, but sometimes it makes a big difference. Just don't overdo it. Exposing your upper hull or turret roof can be fatal. A more universal method is the rocking technique. It works just like with conventional tanks. Roll forward, tap the brakes to make the suspension dip, and fire the moment your gun sights align with the target. To use this reliably, it's best to practice in test drive mode first. You'll get a feel for how your vehicle handles. Finally, one last trick works particularly well on the Merkava, which has a front-mounted engine, thermal sights, and ESS. When waiting for an enemy, fire the ESS and switch to thermal view. Because your exhaust is at the front, you hardly need to reverse or make noise to reposition, and that often lets you catch an inexperienced opponent completely off guard. Do you enjoy vehicles with unconventional layouts? Share your experiences and tactics in the comments. There's always a chance to learn something new. See you in our next video!